Rise up, everybody, rise up. Rise up, everybody, rise up. Hello everyone, my name is Miranda. Today I'm here to discuss episode 9 of Shadowhunters. And as always, if you don't want to be spoiled for what happens in the episode, thank you so much for stopping by, but we will have to meet again in the future after you have already seen the new episode. And if you want to view any of my previous episode reviews, reactions, and thoughts, I will leave a link to those down below in the description box for your viewing pleasure, and we will meet again in the future. Bye for now, non-spoilers! Okay, so this episode, basically, Alec was being a douche schnozzle. Pause. Before you all start down in the comments, oh my gosh, she's so unfair to Alec, blah, blah. I understand and I can appreciate that what he's going through is very, very hard right now. He's trying to hide the fact that he's gay. He's fighting these feelings for Jace while seeing Jace pretty much fall in love with Clary. He just found out his parents were members of the Circle. Now it looks like his parents are going to be kicked out of the Institute and not be able to run it anymore. So Alec has a lot on his plate. However, just because I can understand your actions, it doesn't mean that it excuses them, and he is being a douche schnozzle, like I said. I think Izzy and Jace are completely in the right, and it was great to see Jace kind of being a big brother to Izzy, because I think we see his and Alec's relationship so much that we forget that him and Izzy are like brother and sister. But him and Izzy were basically what Alec should have been for Izzy when he was saying that it wasn't her fault that they took the fairy guy whose name I can't say, M. Fairy, let's call him. It wasn't her fault that they took M. Fairy. He just looked at a bunch of pictures on a board and tried to draw a conclusion from it that's not right. I felt bad for Alec in a sense, but then in another sense, he was kind of bringing it on himself with the things he was doing. Like, he's had multiple times, Izzy, Magnus, Clary, Jace, like they've all either directly or indirectly said that they kind of know how he really feels and they will support him for who he is, and yet he still ignores that and he still follows Lydia, is engaged to Lydia, follows the Clave, even though he's seen how much the Clave has kind of effed over his family. They've now gone after Izzy, basically. They've gone after Clary and indirectly Jace, and he's just ignoring what's in front of him. Like, he's so blinded, I think, by trying to protect his family reputation and trying to keep himself in the closet that he can't see how wrong he is and how much he's hurting the people around him. So, I mean, really, I understand that what he's going through is very hard, but that doesn't mean that I can accept how he's dealing with it, and I think he's dealing with it in a horrible, horrible way. He's turning his back on Izzy. He's turning his back on Jace. I mean, that fight with Jace was absolutely heartbreaking, and I know all you Alec supporters out there are going to be like, well, Jace hit him first. Okay, Jace was, like, needed to, because Alec was being, like, sometimes when you can't get through to people, the only way to get through to them is to punch them in the face. I'm sorry, it's the way life is. And the only problem I had with that Alec and Jace fight was that there is no way on this planet that Alec would be able to beat Jace. Like, I love Alec, but Jace is, like, the best Shadowhunter in the world, and you find out if you read the books that there's a particular reason why he's the best Shadowhunter in the world, and that's why I can never, ever, ever believe that Jace would get beat by Alec. I was like, bull spit when he beat Jace. Bull spit that Alec would ever be able to beat Jace. But maybe I've heard people say that Jace was kind of holding back, which is true, which is sad because maybe Alec wasn't as much. I don't know. I would have liked it maybe if they had done more of, like, if you've seen Divergent, where Trish, like, won and was, like, about to, like, kill 4, and then she decided that she didn't want to, like, kill him and live. She would rather die than kill him. Like, I would have liked it if it was like that, if, like, maybe Jace had, like, the upper hand and then, like, turned the blade toward him and was like, do it, kill me, because I don't want to live in a world without you, and then the line would have still made sense. It just would have been that Alec obviously couldn't beat Jace, because there's no way that's possible unless Jace is holding back, and he probably was, but still, it irritated me because it didn't follow the books. I was like, no. And then other than Alex's teenage angst, we also had Simon and his whole vampire angst with trying to transition into a vampire. He's not taking it so hot, and he didn't remember that Clary was the one that made the decision to turn him into a vampire, and he was very, very upset when Clary finally decided to tell him that. I'm so glad she decided to tell him this episode, because I thought it would be something that would be dragged out for, like, 3 whole episodes, and they would make up and be like, oh, we're friends again, and then Clary would be like, by the way, I was the one that turned you into a vampire, and then, like, next season he would be like, I'm never talking to you again, and we have this whole angst. But she told him it's out there, he was mad, and then he forgave her like any friend would. The only thing was, you could tell when she was like, I don't want to live in a world without you, like, I just wanted you to still be with me. You could tell that he was reading more into it than she was. Like, his face when she said that, he was like, so, like, he just changed instantly. Like, he instantly forgave her, and I think it's because he still thinks he has a chance with her, even though, like, she's clearly with Jace. And I guess he really hasn't seen them kiss, but I mean, he did see the whole reunited scene when Jace was like, oh, I was so worried something happened to you, and like they hugged and everyone was like, okay guys, this is beautiful, but we they're gonna kill a fairy if we don't get on, so we're on the clock, let's just hug later. You could definitely see, like, he definitely read more into that. It probably gave him some hope that he does have a chance with Clary. We haven't really seen, aside from Jace, with that whole time where he was like, Clary's not going to see you as anything more than best friend. Simon really hasn't acknowledged his feelings, and there's a great line in the book, and it was in the movie, and I'm hoping they put it in the TV show because it was really great when he finally does, like, tell Clary about his feelings, and he has a whole great line. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read the books, but basically something his mother said, and it's very, like, heartbreaking because it's when Clary finally realizes, like, how much Simon cares about her and how she's kind of been leading him on. So I hope they have a moment like that in the TV series. But for now, Simon is still a vampire, still adjusting, and Raphael is sort of helping him, I guess. I don't know. Raphael, I like him a lot better than I did in the books. He's definitely a nicer guy, and still sassy and snarky, but definitely nicer. And then overall, the big thing that I really liked about this episode was how intense it was and how it's kind of really playing on the Clave and how they're not the nicest people. Like, in the book, it kind of took a little while before you realized the Clave weren't the best, and they were kind of almost, like, prejudiced against Downworlders, but I really like how the show is showing, like, how the Shadowhunters think they're so much better than the Downworlders, and how the Downworlders are kind of just expendable, even though they do need them. Like, they needed magnets to make the protection wards and all that. But I like how Clary and Jace and Izzy are kind of like this new breed of Shadowhunters. And I saw briefly when Clary rescued the Warlock girl, and Magnus was like, most Shadowhunters wouldn't do that. You did it because it was the right thing, not because, like, you were prejudiced against her or anything. Clary's like, shouldn't that be, like, the way it is anyway? Like, you see a person in danger and you help, like, shouldn't that be the thing? But Shadowhunters have this innate kind of prejudice that has been passed down against Downworlders, and now we're seeing how Clary and Jace and Izzy kind of teamed up to unite the Downworlders, and it was a really, really awesome moment because it was like these Shadowhunters working with the people they're supposed to hate and they're supposed to despise and think are, like, so below them and everything, and Clary, being not from this world, kind of rallied them together and said how, like, they need to start working together and stop being the enemy because it's not right what they're doing to everyone. So it was really awesome how she got to unite them, and then how Fairy Guy M realized it at the end and was thanking her, and she was kind of like, oh, it was no big deal, because to her it is no big deal. It's just the way it should be. You should be nice to people and you should treat everyone equal. And I love how Jace, being raised in this world, was like, no, you don't realize what you did was such, like, a big thing for a Shadowhunter to, like, go down to the level of a Downworld and kind of be like, guys, stop being stupid. We all need to work together. Like, that's a big thing, and it's awesome to see Jace and Izzy supporting her. Alec hopefully will come around, but we shall see what happens in the next couple episodes. Next episode looks intense as well, but this episode was really intense, and I really, really loved it. I love how they're playing on the whole Downworlder, Shadowhunter prejudice kind of thing, and how that's coming into play. I really liked the episode overall. I think it was really intense, like I said, really action-packed, really great, and really good character and story development-wise, and I can't wait to see what's in store. We only have 10, 11, 12, 13, 4 episodes left, so not a lot, and I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. If you've seen the new episode, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you're looking forward to seeing in the next few episodes. Also, while you're down there, make sure to subscribe to my channel down below to be told when I make all sorts of new videos, and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!